Hey,
Hey, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, I might have to restart my laptop.
Cool. All right, well, better now than in the middle of the episode, so go for it.
I gotta close some things.
Goat porn, Japanese porn, hentai porn.
Hey, did you hear that step porn is down and hentai porn is way up,
No.
according to Pornhub?
I don't necessarily go and check out Pornhub rankings on the regular.
I didn't check them out either. I just read it on Reddit.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not saying that it wouldn't be interesting and that it's not worth doing. It's not something I ever thought of doing. But it's probably just as interesting and predictable as the stock market. Maybe we could create like a cryptocurrency that
Highway 47 Quatlu.
yeah, and the value.
Let's do this right now.
Yeah, totally. And then
how do we do that? I don't know how to set up a cryptocurrency.
We'll peg the value of it to an index that is to indices that are based on like the popularity of different categories of porn on Pornhub. And then if you invest more of your quatlus into, furry porn and that goes up, then you get rich. This is a great idea.
So that's like instead of like a stock exchange, it'd be like a crypto porn exchange.
Sure. It makes as much sense as speculating on oil, So I have I've made a
segue right over to
yeah. Absolutely. So I've made an addition to my standard equipment list for recording that I think is going to really fit in well with this series. And here it is. You ready?
Yeah.
Just a button that does that.
Okay.
That's what this series needs. Because drama is most interesting when it's forced. And I'm going to help.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay.
Don't make any obscene sounds while I'm gone.
Wait, hang on a second. Will Dracofunk return?
I like how that.
How it what? Oh, you actually disappeared mid-sentence. See, the button is perfect. This is what we've needed. For the viewers at home, that buzz you just heard was a text message from Dracofunk coming in that just said and now a picture. Oh God, Windows update. All right, well. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hello?
Hey, there you are. So we found a whole bunch of free shelving on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Standalone plastic Rubbermaid shelving and stuff. And went to go get it in Virginia. And we wound up in this little town that had just this random flea market tchotchke, fake vintage stuff sort of store / grounds / flea market / I don't know what. And yeah, like I had to talk a lady out of giving me a snowmobile. like it's like this old snowmobile, which is, like really cool. Like I've never seen a snowmobile like that old. Like 69-ish, like 1969, I think she said. And I'm looking at it, and just it's pretty cool, And she comes over and she's like, "Were you interested in the snowmobile?" Like, well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. And she's like, "What do you want to know about it?" Like, anything. Like, I don't know. I've never seen one that age, And then she's like, "Well, if you're interested, like, just take it out of here. That's the whole price. Just get it out of here. Just haul it off for us." And I'm like, "Oh, I mean, I don't. Our van's kind of full, like." "Well, we thought we had someone interested last week, but they weren't, and we really just want it out of here. So you can just take it." I almost took it.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, and I looked the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway and
Hey, Internet! Highway 47 coming back with you live in a pre-recorded session to watch some more Star Trek Picard. I am Shaggy B. With me is Dracofunk. Power to the people, Draco!
Yeah, power to the people and the people to the power. And I have the power.
I don't even know what to say to that. But welcome back to another episode of commentary for Star Trek Picard. We are watching Season 1, Episode 6 tonight, which is titled something I keep forgetting to look up. Do you happen to know off the top of your head?
The Impossible Box.
The Impossible Box, that's right.
Kind of like a football.
Kind of like a football. Similarly difficult in its own way. We don't really know, but I'm still in this quagmire of mixed feelings about this whole series. But with all attempts to avoid spoilers, which are impossible because that's how things work nowadays. Well, actually, that's how they've always worked. I will say that I have gotten kind of the impression from the sort of zeitgeist community of people who watch these things on time, like weirdos do, that this is the best episode so far. I really hope so.
I can shed some light on that if you'd like.
Go ahead. I would love that.
So this episode aired February 27th, 2020. It has an IMDb rating of 8.1, which is the second highest rating up until next week's, which has a higher rating still.
Well,
which will put this into actually the third highest rating.
Well, let's qualify that by saying that at the time of recording, episode 7 was released 2 days ago.
Yes.
And as we know from IMDb, ratings are always higher right away and then they drop. It's like when you go watch a new Star Wars movie, and for the 5 minutes after the movie is over, you're like, wow, that was so cool. And then you think about anything that happened, and then you realize it's stupid. That's kind of how IMDb ratings work. At least from what I've seen. Speaking of which, give us some feedback on that random IMDb rating dramatic read session that I posted up on the channel last week. I just kind of did that spur of the moment. Seemed like a good idea. Let me know if that's something you enjoyed or not.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, and if so, I'll do it, maybe monthly or something. I don't know. It was kind of fun. It wasn't that hard to make. So
I'm looking forward to a higher rated episode.
Yeah, and again, spoilers aside, I'm going to try not to spoil anything right now, because it's the kind of thing where you look up, okay, what's the rating on this episode? And right next to the rating is a 3-sentence synopsis, and
I'm not reading that.
Yeah, exactly. But I can't avoid it. Like my brain soaks up words on a screen or on a page so quickly that by the time I notice there's something there, I've processed what it says. And
I can just happily ignore it.
I envy that.
Just like all of my problems.
That's why we're here, folks.
How are you today? You know, everybody asks you that at work. How are you doing today? And
And you
for
have
a
to
brief
lie.
second, I'm like, oh my God, all this happened to me. And then I look and say, I'm doing great. Awesome. How are you?
I've come up with the response that I give that is, you know, honest but doesn't really give anything away, and people think I'm just being funny. Is I always just say, "Well, I'm still here."
I've said that before.
Yeah.
Usually when I'm at that point, it's like, just kill me now.
That's pretty much exactly what I mean when I say it. But you know, I was like, you're
Let's put
so
some
funny.
context into this. If this was the next generation, the 6th episode was Lonely Among Us.
Only Among Us. Why am I brain farting on what that episode is?
Because it's so significant, it doesn't matter.
Just like our problems, right? Oh. I'm going to actually look it up because now I'm curious what it was. I mean, I'm sure as soon as I see it. Oh, that's weird. Memory Alpha's listing... Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. And Memory Alpha lists Where No One Has Gone Before as episode 6 because they count Encounter at Farpoint as 2 episodes. Oh! Wait. No, what? Last Outpost? What? There it is. Lonely Among Us. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Because episodes were released out of order and all that. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's the one where Picard gets like taken over by the cloud energy dude, and then like goes and beams himself into space, and then
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and like the 2 different aliens, and like one of them eats the other one or something, and it's
Yes, it was the debut of Mark Alamo, who and he was Gul Dukat.
Yes, he was, and in this episode, he was
Gul Dukat was my favorite villain.
I'm a Wayoon fan. Gotta say, I just
Wayoon
love
better. I think Wayoon was a good villain, but I think Dukat had a better story.
He did. Yeah, Wayoon's story was dumb, and just like honestly, it's just Jeffrey Combs. Like he's the reason Wayoon was good.
Yeah.
And of Jeffrey Combs' characters, Wayoon is the most fun. Shran being a close second.
All his characters are really the same.
They're all good. Well, yeah, but they're all really good. I just like Jeffrey Combs. He's perfect for Star Trek.
Yeah.
He should have been Bruce Maddox when they killed him.
I can just see him like making some snide comment though when he died.
The cookies.
But this is Star Trek Picard, so he'd probably look up and as he's dying, like, oh,
or just
Cisco.
I was gonna say, "F you so much," is what he'd say. No, he'd say, "I made you f***ing cookies," and then he'd die. That's what he would do, and then this would happen.
So we are without Skrodrick.
We are, and that is a damn shame. Yeah, he's busy fighting the good fight against the incomparable foe that is the inevitable decay of existence that we all will face, and we applaud him for it.
You're a good man, Skrodrick.
Yes, a task that a lesser man such as myself could not endure.
And if he was here, he would tell you that we're watching this on CBS All Access.
I was going to say, or he's like sitting in his underwear drinking a beer. I'm not sure which, but either way, he's not here. I'm going to give you a picture of like a pair of boxer shorts and a bottle of beer, like sent to our group chat. That's when we know he'll watch this. But anyway, yes, we're watching this on CBS All Access. And what we're going to do is we're going to have the episode queued up at 0. And, you know, we'll do the whole play thing, pause thing so that it's buffered and it won't take the computer, like, you know, time to figure out what to do. Just have it like set. And then
Shaggy will give you a 5-second countdown.
I sure will. And at the end of that 5-second countdown, we will all hit play, including you. And if you don't do it then you're a naughty boy. You are.
You got to say that a little more clear. It sounds like you're saying you're a Nazi boy.
Maybe I did say that. I didn't say that. I said you're a naughty boy.
That's
naughty, naughty, dirty little boy you are if you don't press play when we tell you to. And at that point, in the version we watch, which is the CBS All Access version, of course, which is, I assume, what you're watching, because there is no other version right now, there is a baked-in ad that through episode 5 has been exactly 8 seconds long. We assume it will be this time, but I haven't pre-watched this episode, so I don't know for sure. But
I've also not pre-watched it, but I'm assuming it's going to be there, and I'm still assuming it's going to be in any DVD release, because why not?
you know, and if there's anybody watching this from outside the United States, yeah, like as if, you know, somebody in like Turkmenistan has found us and become like, you know, huge fanboys for the three of us.
Hey, big shout out to all our Turkmenistan watchers.
That's right. Let us know.
Leave a comment of where you're watching this from, and we'll give you a shout out in the next episode.
Also, what language do you speak? Like, I don't even know what they speak in Turkmenistan. I have no idea. But please leave your comment in English because I don't know. But let us know if that baked-in ad is there if you're outside the United States, so that we can deal with that. And before I forget, one more shout out to our anonymous benefactor who is making this possible by giving us all access to these episodes. Thanks, buddy.
By the way, the official language of Turkmenistan is Turkmen.
Well, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
The two most spoken languages are Turkmen and Russian, by the way.
I don't speak Russian either, so you're going to have to... Why are you even watching this if you don't speak English?
Well, let's get this started.
All right. Okay. Well, my pointer is over my play button, and my body is ready, and my spirit is willing. My flesh is pretty weak, and particularly my brain is pretty weak after the last 5 episodes, but we're going to give it a shot. And if you are ready, sir, I will count us down.
Let's go.
Alrighty. This is Star Trek Picard, Season 1, Episode 6, The Impossible Box, and we are starting it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kaboom! Baked in ad.
Woohoo, that tickles.
And over. Oh, good, a recap. Oh, it's not episode 1. Wow. It's nice to see a Romulan with like the actual like bowl cut.
Mm-hmm. He hasn't been trying to activate her already? Then he's doing it wrong.
It just happens naturally, you know, when you're him. I guess.
It was a dark and stormy night.
On Ferenginar. Please be on Ferenginar. You can tell it's one of the twins because she has an ear exposed.
Like this hallway is like not like symmetrical. It's crooked. This must be like a dream.
I was just thinking it's a dream. This is the your dad's dead dream. Orchids. Never come into the orchid room. Especially not unannounced. What? What is this dialogue?
Yeah, it's hipster Edward.
All right, so super genius, mega logical android. Maybe time to stop sleeping with him.
But, she has an impossible box.
Fair enough. To lie. No, Borg, not Bolg.
There has to be Borg technology left in him.
There has to be, yeah.
Except Hugh.
He
Ethan.
changed. 7 of 9. Echub.
Locutus. Wasn't Chakotay assimilated kind of once?
Probably. Artificial heart acting up. $11 million results.
I know that guy.
Ooh, that is a cool camera shot.
Theme song.
That was a cool camera shot.
That was. They've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
That was the most effective one.
Yeah. I think the last 2 or 3 minutes of Patrick Stewart's acting are what we had in mind when they announced this series.
Yeah.
It's certainly what I had in mind. Okay, good start. Let's keep going in this direction. Let's make something good here.
By the way, we were watching the commercial-free version. We'll
That's
let
right.
you know when commercials happen. We're bad at it, though. So if you are not watching the commercial-free version, just pause us when I say commercial break and unpause us when it starts.
That'll get you within striking distance of being synced up.
Yeah. Star Trek Picard. STP.
Nick Zayas.
Nick
Doctor.
Zayas.
Wait.
That's commercial break. We're back.
How do you pronounce?
Beta Quadrant. Former neutral zone. I want that to be the soccer player hologram.
Yes.
Not actually Reyes.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
Want to bang?
Like my heart.
I
Like
hate
me.
space. It's
It's
coarse.
cold. It's dark. And it gets
irritating.
everywhere.
Gets everywhere. Hey, alcohol! I've heard of that. Yep. Okay. All right. Yep. So you have to do this because they're opposite sex, and they have to do this because it's Star Trek, and that's what Star Trek is about: is having sex and promiscuity and being sexy. That's what Star Trek is.
Unless you're Geordie.
Particularly when I do them anyway. Well, that's how I would have described you, yeah. Go see the psych. Okay, fine.
About cellular peptide cake.
Maybe that's what the orchids are made out of, cellular peptide.
No, they're made of mint frosting.
If she had said electric sheep, I would have shut this shit down right now. Just that f***ing over. It's a warning.
I get it.
Tanjacron? Bang! Oh. These are like actual Star Trek conversations. How is that going to work?
Oh, that's the stuff.
Well, okay.
Somebody buy her some Romulan ale while she's there.
Yeah, really. Maybe don't just use her for what you have to do and then discard her or something.
Commercial break.
Whee!
We're back. See, we're bad at this. I'm not exactly dreading this scene right now.
Artificial vulnerability. Well, at least somebody's being a decent human being to her. Make sure she's like on her side. Maybe like turn her over. She'll choke to death if she. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Except that I'm going to be killed for not going with him. Unless it's about to explode. In which case you evacuate.
Yeah.
You need to tell him that part because he's stupid.
Uh-oh.
The Adventures of Flotter. Hey, girls rule. Did you know that?
Yeah. So what happens when she self-realizes?
She goes haywire and kills everybody? Kind of like how Data did in Insurrection, I guess. Don't test that one.
Why didn't she scan herself?
Good point.
Hello?
That's a pretty cool effect.
Him coming on board activates all the other Borg.
Yeah. Welcome home. You may want to stand not in the middle of the catwalk. Okay.
It seems a little inefficient not to have railing on the catwalk. I know they're Borg and all, but commercial break.
Whee!
Remember that time we almost used you to kill the entire Borg collective?
But he didn't, and that's what makes him like a good person. At least, TV Picard.
Now might not be a good time.
No, now's a pretty good time. Gee. That's the closest he's told to the truth since they've met. But so is banging, and we're doing that. Good old wrist drilling. Always makes me feel better. Well, probably couldn't have been done 30 years ago. Not quite as much.
To bring Picard there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't show an emotion, Rios. Whatever you do.
Let's go sock dancing around the room.
Whee!
Woo!
If you step on the wrong floor tile, it explodes.
I was just joking about the sock dancing. Next 5 minutes.
I mean, they went sock sliding once. I couldn't think of a lie.
So, like, they can still look in the door. It has windows on it. Commercial break.
Whee!
Back.
Ooh. I feel my belt.
No. A course line of naked Ferengi ladies.
You'll be swell. You'll be great. Gonna happen. Okay. Because all Ferengi women are Ethel Merman, honestly.
Mm.
Hmm. Wait, it's nighttime and it's raining. How?
Doesn't have to make sense.
It is a dream. That's true. I'm made of wood. Wait, I've been betrayed by a Romulan spy? It's a bomb.
Doesn't she have android strength?
She's about to. Aileron emitter.
There she goes.
Yeah.
You didn't think the android. Locutus? Hey!
Help us. It's better than the alternative. Wait, I know this hallway. Take your shoes off. We can go faster. Oh, hey, the Queen's yacht. It is a bit reminiscent of the one from the Voyager finale.
What?
Oh, great.
Oh. You come with us?
Yeah.
Really? That's it?
Well, that's an improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't
What?
feel as tense at the end of this one.
I don't either. Like, it's things resolved a little. Then this feels like a natural point to break for a multi-part episode.
Yeah. This doesn't feel like a cliffhanger where I'm not upset that it ended.
Yeah.
This told a story.
It told a story, yeah.
This is the one thing that none of the episodes have done. It's told a singular story.
Right. And it fits in an arc. And that's fair, but you could watch this episode on its own. and yeah, like you said, it told a story. There was a beginning, a middle, and an end, and there was a progression and things made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot to like here. I wish it hadn't taken 6 episodes to get to something I could hold on to without just wondering what's going on all the time. So the to give the devil his due here, the benefits of the long build-up are that we were pretty invested in all of the stuff going on. There's not a single character who was in this episode that we didn't care about. Right? There wasn't a single person that we were like, what are they doing here? What's their thing? Why do they keep talking to them? Everybody matters at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So the long build-up does give us that.
Oh god, it was too long.
It was far too long, and that really just that sums it up right there. This could have been episode. I mean, if they tried, this could have been episode 2. 3 probably would have been about right. Episode 3 would have been about. Episode 1 be pretty much what it was. Episode 2 should have been all of what ended up being episodes 2 through 5.
I would venture that episode 1 should have been episode 1 through.
That's true. 1 through 3, and then 4 and 5.
Episode 4 should have been episode 2, where they get the free cloud.
Yeah,
and then 7 shows up, and then
4 and 5 could have been one episode, really.
I think the whole 7 thing needs its own episode. I think if they would have had a better story for the whole free cloud thing, and it wouldn't have ended or not the free cloud thing. That was the Vashti episode.
Yeah.
If that would have had more of a standalone story.
Well, and it could have, and it could be. It's almost like it was done at the wrong time.
You know what they did? That was wrong.
What's that?
Picard should have been arguing about the whole Romulans only thing as soon as he got there, and then came back and revisited it. That would have made it better.
Yeah.
Instead of just tacking, it looks like it was tacked on the end.
I don't like how disposable Elnor is. Also, and I think that should have played a bigger part. Like I don't like this idea that you repay this poor kid that you abandoned by recruiting him
to death.
Yeah, recruiting him to get killed for you, and then barely fighting against it when he throws himself to the wolves.
I have liked his character.
Let
me rephrase that. I like that he was there. I don't think he's been used effectively.
Exactly that. Yeah,
he was okay. This time he actually did do something that I feel his character would have done.
Sure.
Like him showing up there, that's right.
Yeah.
There's no reason he shouldn't have went through the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Particularly like after Picard and Soji went through it. Well, and just at that moment, it's not like the guards weren't in the hallway. Like, how long does it take to walk through that gate? It takes, one step worth of time. It like with no visible guards, the difference in time that it would have taken 3 people to go through that instead of 2 is just non-existent. There wasn't any reason for him to sacrifice himself there. Then again, of course, we assume that he dies, just like we assume that 7 dies, and it is equally likely that both of them survived. And so, all this and that, they could walk off onto Nepenthe, and 2 episodes from now, we could see 7 and Elnor like drinking it up and having a good old time on Ryza or something. We don't know at this point.
Yeah, who knows? Why didn't they go to Ryza?
Because that's not dark and gritty. Ryza is fun and sexy, as opposed to dark and painful and sexy and incestuous and, borderline ephemophilic.
They were close to the neutral zone. What was close to the neutral zone?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. The Guardian? No, not the Guardian of Forever. Oh no, yeah, the Guardian of Forever is close to the. No, it's a Klingon neutral zone. Sorry. I don't know. Every time they were near the neutral zone, the plot was focused on the neutral zone itself.
Yeah. They could have, like, went to the Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah,
Wonder how Picard did that.
I don't know.
Leave a comment. Tell us how you think Picard handled the Kobayashi Maru. There's probably a novel that tells exactly how he did it.
Which nobody read and isn't canon, and
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, back to back to the episode. Like I want to like emphasize that like I'm totally cool with this episode. I'm okay with this. I appreciate that Narek, is shown to actually give a damn there at the end. He teared up as he was trying to kill Soji, and that's good. It plays very much like you would expect Romulans to play in that sort of situation.
Yeah.
Lots of good going on here. I'm trying to search for things to criticize. I've got two in my mind, and one of them is that Rios in this episode shows no emotion.
A little bit of compassion.
Yeah, but very with that sort of smirk on his face the whole time. And the other is Dr. What's her name? The Daystrom lady. I appreciate what they're going for, that she's conflicted about having killed Maddox and all that. But I just as soon as she left Earth, she became totally different and like utterly hateable. And I don't like her anymore, and I don't want to see her. And maybe that's not a negative. I mean, that's obviously what they intended on some level, but I don't know. I don't like that change so much. She goes from being a capable professional to bumbling idiot to sort of spy to
Murderer.
And it's not. I have trouble like following this as one person, and I don't like that they have to shoehorn in buffoon comedy into her character and into Elnor, because you have to have an idiot or else it's not entertaining. I don't like that, and I think I'm just going to hate whoever winds up being the because that isn't necessary in this. We don't need that, except that we do need it because that's one of the things on the list that they have to check the box when they make a TV show, because TV shows have these things. Yeah. But yeah, I'm beyond that. I'm liking this. I really, really am.
Well, can I tell you some good news? Is the next episode has the highest rating yet, even higher than the pilot.
Well, and again, temper that by the fact that
I'm tempering it, but
as of recording, it's 2 days old. But yes, that is a good thing. I am now reinvested in the show. I'm just saying out there. I want to see episode 7. I want to see the rest of the first season. It's a 10-episode season. I am now invested in 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, don't f*** this up, CBS. Like, don't make me hate this again and give up on it like I would have done had we not been like doing a podcast project to watch these. Because I would not have made it past probably episode 2 if I was watching this on my own.
I'm here for you, man.
Yeah.
We can get through this together.
We can do this. We got this. We're more than halfway.
Just barely.
Just barely.
We're 60% of the way there.
That's more than halfway. That's
10% more.
That's yes. That's 3/5 is what that is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up there unless you've got more to add.
No. What was that impossible box named?
Turgemagurge. Trudgegrudge? Danger Ops? Prangent Sex? I don't know.
Tongalong?
Tongalong? Tongalong.
Oh.
Okay. Wish list for episode 7, 8, 9, and 10. I want to see the Tongalong decapitate somebody with red blood. And then I want Elnor to freak out at it. Because if they're going to use him as stupid humor, that's probably the most clever thing I could come up with to do it. What's your wish list for the next 4 episodes?
I don't know. I want to see, honestly,
it's come to this. We're just satisfied if it's not like horrifyingly bad.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of want to see the Borg come back and like kick the Romulans on the artifact's ass.
That would be cool.
I want to see. I'm trying to think of what do I really want, and I don't know. I really don't know.
I've got one that I really, really want to see that I wish we had by now. I want to see like an actual current in the timeline Starfleet ship. Like, I want to see a new ship. Something newer than a Sovereign class or a Prometheus class or something like that. What do starships look like now?
But I don't want it to be too edgy and dark.
I don't want that either, and that's where I'm sure.
I thought about that. I thought about saying something like that, but I'm afraid. So yeah. Here's what I want. I want to see the same thing. I want to see a Federation starship, but I don't want it to be edgy and dark and angly. Just, you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Just so it can be. I want it to make sense in the canon.
Yeah. Well, there have been rumors, and who knows on this, but there have been rumors that they have been like tapping some of the designs from Star Trek Online, like the Odyssey class, the Enterprise F in the game Star Trek Online is an Odyssey class. That would be really cool to see. I'd love to see that, realized in like theatrical CG or model, but no, it'll be CG and put on screen. That like see that's the kind of thing that Star Trek fans want. Like we want to see we want to see the accomplishments. That's what Star Trek was about, was achievement. At least in my mind.
We've only seen one canon ship from this time.
And it's been the Bird of Prey.
No.
What's that?
Captain Picard's ship.
Oh, that's a good point. The Pasteur, yeah. But then again, is that canon? Because it's an alternate timeline, and I don't know. Anyway, good episode. I'm happy we watched it. We hope you enjoyed it along with us. And join us again next week for episode 7. Shout out to Dracofunk and everybody else out there in the internet lands. And yeah, it's nice to be in a good episode again. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, join us next week for episode 7, Nepenthe.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Tanjacron? Turgemagurge? Trudgegrudge? Danger Ops? Prangent Sex? I don't know.